What's up guys, AD here back with another Destiny Child video here on the channel, and in today's video everyone, we are going to be previewing the upcoming Ragna Break event featuring Lan Fei as our boss. So definitely very exciting as Lan Fei will be receiving her rework with this event, as well as a new raid skin and a drive skill animation as well. So I'm definitely very excited for this one, and hopefully many of you are as well. But before we get started everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as make sure to subscribe to the channel, as well as check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel for a small cost. And of course, a huge thank you to all of the members that have joined so far. Now, one more thing, if you guys haven't seen the 3,500 subscribers special, make sure to check it out, linked in the description box below, as I'm sure you guys wouldn't want to miss it. But with all of that out of the way, let's get started here with the event preview for the Ragna Break Season 28 event on Cloud9 2. And as you can see, we do have Lan Fei with the cherry on top on screen right now, looking very beautiful. And let's get started. So first up here everyone, as you can see on screen, we do have Lan Fei's Ragna Break skin. Now we will check out the Live2D animation later on in the video, but of course here's the still image of the skin, looking very beautiful. I'm honestly hoping that they don't alter this skin at all, and we'll just have to wait and see, but it does look amazing. The detail is absolutely beautiful, and overall a very unique skin design for her. Next up here everyone, we do have the skill revisions for Lan Fei. Of course, these are based on the Japan skill set and subject to change, but there's a good chance that we do receive the same skill revisions. So I'll actually put the translations up on screen for the reworked Lan Fei Dark Debuffer skills max ignition +6 information here. So a huge thank you to the Destiny Child International server for these translations. But we do have here her tap skill dealing 2,572 damage to 2 targets, priority highest attack, inflict attack minus 35.2% on the targets for 12 seconds long, as well as an 86% chance to remove all buffs from the targets. So a very interesting tap skill here. She of course does prioritize highest attack units and has an 86% chance at max rank skills to remove all buffs from targets. Now of course this is with ignition, but definitely a very interesting tap skill here, and it could come in handy in game modes like Endless Duel. Now for the slide skill here, we do have deal 3,999 damage to 3 targets, priority highest attack, 1,224 ignore defense damage, drive gauge minus 21.8% to 3 targets, as well as inflicting drive gauge charge amount minus 19.8% to the targets for 12 seconds long. So a pretty decent slide skill here as well. She does have a decent amount of damage, as well as targeting 3 enemies. Now the drive gauge may be pretty useful in possibly World Boss Trial, as she's used there already if you don't happen to have Babel, but the slide skill increases don't seem too significant, but maybe yet again in Endless Duel. As for the drive skill here, we do have deal 7,373 damage to 3 targets, priority highest defense, a 70% chance to remove all buffs from the targets, as well as drive gauge minus 15% to 3 targets. As for the leader buff here, we have attack minus 15% to all enemies. In PvP, attack minus 25% to light type enemies. Now based on the skill set here, I would definitely see her being useful in Endless Duel, as of course we do typically reach favorite time in that game mode, so I could see her being used on some teams, and she may rise in priority in that game mode. Now for Devil Rumble, I probably wouldn't expect to see her around often, but she definitely could work. But make sure to let me know what you guys do think of the expected skill set revision for Lan Fei. Of course, these skills are subject to change when porting over to the global version, so we'll know for sure once the update note does release. Next up here everyone, we do have the expected rewards from the Ragna Break event. Now we do have a new soul card here, as well as some, I'd assume, raid boss units lucky boxes or selection boxes. I would expect the same to happen on the global server, or at least very similar to the Anemone Ragna Break, and where we did receive selection boxes for the raid boss units as well as the lucky boxes. Now of course we'll have the Lan Fei skin featured in the final shop, so all of you will have the chance to purchase it. Next up here everyone, we do have a new soul carta that will be arriving with the event as well. Now this soul carta here, based on the Japan translations once again, we do have the effect of damage over time debuff damage plus 100, and for the prism version 150. So a pretty good option here for this soul carta, and I could definitely see it being used in PvP, so a pretty usable one if we do manage to receive it for free. Next up up here, we do have the expected bosses we'll face throughout the Ragna Break. Now we do have Rita here for levels 1 through 10, Alter Davi for levels 11 through 20, Lan Fei for levels 21 through 29, and of course level 30 being the final version of Lan Fei. As for the expected banners to arrive with this upcoming event, everyone, we do have a new 5-star light type supporter featuring Salos. So as you can see here on screen with her Before Awakening costume, looking very cute here on the banner art. And of course, this will be a guaranteed upon summoning banner. Now here's the full art for Salos in her Before Awakening costume. Make sure to let me know what you guys do think of her, as honestly I do love her design a ton and will definitely be picking her up. We also do have Salos in her spa skin on screen as well. And here we do have the skill set for the light type supporter Salos. I'll be sure to toss her translations up on screen right now. And for the light type supporter at max rank skills, as well as being fully ignited, we do have the tap skill here dealing 2,614 damage, a 95.1% chance to grant nullify silence to 3 targets, priority silenced for 10 seconds long, in raids a 90.2% chance to grant focus to 1 light type ally, priority highest attack for 2 turns, and for the slide skill here dealing 4,159 damage to 2 targets, priority dark type, grants plus 2,549 barrier to 3 light type allies, priority lowest HP for 16 seconds, as well as granting slide skill damage plus 80.6% to 3 light type allies, priority highest attack for 2 turns, in raids a 95.1% chance to grant awakening, crit damage plus 30%, and increase slide skill damage based on number of buffs on targets to 3 light type allies, priority highest attack for 2 turns. As for the drive skill here, we do have deal 7,312 damage to 3 targets, priority dark type, 100% chance to grant nullify silence to 5 light type allies for 14 seconds, and granting a plus 2,500 HP barrier to the targets for 20 seconds long. And last but not least, for her leader buff here, crits damage plus 20% to light type allies, in raids additional plus 20% added. So definitely a very strong skill set here for the light type supporter Salos. I would definitely say she is very strong for the light type raid team, and would advise you all to definitely pick up this unit if these skills do transfer over the same to the global version, as of course these are all subject to change since this information is from the Japanese server. But her tap skill is definitely very strong, as she does have focus on the tap skill. Of course, this is a chance to apply it to your attacker, but definitely a very strong unit here. She also does help counter Lan Fei, as she does have nullify silence in her kit, and of course provides even more support with the barrier, as well as the slide skill damage plus a certain percentage, as well as awakening. So definitely a very strong unit here, and her leader buff is also to be considered, as she does increase crit damage. So make sure to let me know what you do think of Salos, and if her kit does port over the same, if you'll be summoning for this character, and of course what do you think of her design. Next up here, everyone, we do have another soul carta arriving with this event. Of course, a very beautiful one here, and for this soul carta at plus 5 stats, we do have in raids debuff evasion plus 24% and 29% for the prism version, and of course this would be for light type allies. Now I'm not sure if this will port over the same to the global server, since we did just receive a debuff evasion carta in our last Ragna Break featuring Seth, but we'll just have to wait and see with the update note. But nonetheless, a very beautiful soul carta. Now also to be arriving with this event, we should have a costume package featuring the light type supporter Nimhane's new costume. So as you guys can see it on screen, looking very beautiful, and we'll be sure to check out the Live2D animation in just a bit. Now Nimhane will actually be receiving a skill revision with this event, so let's check out the preview on screen now. Of course, this will be based on the Japan skill set once again, so this is all subject to change, but it's definitely a very strong skill revision here. As we can see on screen, reworked light Nimhane, and this is of course based on the max ignition plus 6 skills. Now we do have the tap skill here dealing 2,521 damage, a 95.1% chance to remove death heal from 2 targets with the death heal, and a 95.4% chance to fully charge skill gauge to 2 light type targets, priority highest attack. Now for the slide skill here, dealing 4,013 damage and attack plus 95.1% to 3 light type allies, priority highest attack for 2 turns, and in raids grant skill damage plus 120% 125% to 3 light type allies, priority highest attack for 2 turns. As for Nimhane's new drive skill, we do have dealing 6,933 damage to 3 random targets, attack plus 110% to 2 allies, priority highest attack for 33 seconds long, and a nullify silence to the targets for 14 seconds. And for the leader buff here, debuff evasion plus 15% for light type allies, in raids additional plus 15% added. So a very strong skill revision here for the light type supporter Nimhane. Honestly, a very strong one, I would say, definitely in pair with a light type percentage based attacker. So this is why I did recommend Light Fei if you guys would like to test him out. Now, of course, don't invest into Light Fei too heavily, as I wouldn't really suggest igniting him, as we will have future light type percentage based tap attacker units arriving in the future, such as the light attacker Hathor and the very strong world boss as well as raid attacker in Orion. So I wouldn't really recommend investing into Fei too much. Definitely don't ignite him, but he may be worthy to test alongside the new Nimhane, as she does seem to be very strong alongside a percentage based unit. So make sure to let me know what you guys do think of her costume and the expected skill set. And of course, to remind you all once again, all of these skills are subject to change, and we'll know very soon of their official skill set. So that's pretty much it for the events preview for our upcoming Ragna Break. Now let's check out the Live2D skins. As you can see, we do have Lan Fei's Ragna Break skin for the upcoming events on screen, looking very beautiful. Hopefully you guys do like this skin as well. The animations are very fluid as always, of course, on Destiny Child. A very beautiful one here that we all can obtain for free throughout the event. Next up here, we do have Nimhane on screen in her new Live2D costume. Of course, this will be a premium package to start, but after the next maintenance, you should be able to obtain her for blood gems throughout the Rebirth Labyrinth shop. But there's the animation on screen. Make sure to let me know what you all do think of this beautiful costume. I definitely do love it a ton, and overall a very fitting design for our light type supporter. As for our new light type supporter in Salos, everyone, here she is on screen in her Before Awakening costume. Now, as you can notice in her art we did check out earlier, it was censored a bit, so on screen is the uncensored version, and there's the animation for Salos as well, looking very cute here. So make sure to let me know what you guys do think of Salos in her E rank costume, and let's check out the S class for her. And of course, here's the S class costume for our new light type supporter in Salos, looking very cute here. I do love the halo design for her, and she actually does have a smile here in the S class, looking very nice here, and overall very fitting for the new strong light type supporter. So make sure to let me know your thoughts of this new unit in the comments section below. So that'll pretty much do it for the events preview regarding our upcoming Lan Fei Ragna Break event that should be arriving by Thursday. So hopefully you all are pretty excited for our upcoming events. I'll be sure to have a team guide arriving soon onto the channel, so make sure you all stay tuned for it. And of course, if you would like to know certain units to prepare already, I did release sort of a pre-guide here on the channel just a couple of days ago, and I'll be sure to have that linked in the top right hand card of this video screen right now. But before you go, everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as make sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel, as well as check out my Twitch channel linked in the description box below if you're interested in live streams, as I'll be sure to stream this Ragna Break event. Make sure to check out my schedule on my Twitch page and see if you can stop by for a stream sometime. But with all of that being said, I'll catch you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.